I really think I did take it too far. Did I do too much this week? Either way, this last week, my third week of training, was a full-blown disaster. One, because none of my runs was successful, or felt even good for that matter. And two, well, see for yourself. Week 3 is off to the races, and here is how that one went. So what up? I hope you can hear me now. I'm about to go for my, what do we call it? My marathon run, my 14 kilometers this week of going under 5 minutes per kilometer. And I'm gonna take my dad with me. He's gonna follow me along on the bike, support me on the run. Very cool. It's actually starting to rain now, so I don't know if we're leaving right now, if we're gonna wait for the rain to go away, but whatever. See you after that, or, well, the latest we're gonna see you is tomorrow. So, my fast run, I don't know if you can see it, but it was rainy as fuck. Didn't quite manage to go the full 14 kilometers. Had to stop after 11.4. My only goal was to go further than I did last Wednesday. Managed to do that, barely. And yeah, put on a break, then kept going again, took a break again, and all in all, just not quite as successful, but that's part of the game, part of life. It's just how it's going. Just gonna go stretch now, dry off, take a shower, and then next run is gonna start tomorrow. See you then. Now, as you've seen, that last, or rather the first run, wasn't quite as successful as I was wanting it to be. You're gonna see the data on the screen, or you've seen it on the screen anyways. But one thing I did realize while rewatching the video is that I always keep mentioning, you know, that's life, or that's part of the game. That's part of the game. And I want you to know why that is so important to me. Because there is really no point in beating yourself up about, you know, not finishing the run quite as fast as you wanted it to finish, or having to take a break when you didn't want to take a break. So all these things are things that may get into your head pretty quick. They get into your mind, and you're gonna talk to yourself and be like, well, I didn't do this, I didn't finish this doesn't count, that just sucks, you're just bad, you can't do it, you won't do it. And that just turns into a negative spiral pretty quick. You can't always go up the hill. You can't always go straight up. You're gonna go up, and then you're gonna go down, and that's just part of the downs. And that's part of the game. Be proud of yourself for going out there. For example, yesterday it was raining already when we took off, and we could have just waited another hour or so for the rain to stop, but I didn't. I was like, all right, we're gonna do this anyhow. I don't give a shit. We just go out there and we go for the run. I don't care. So instead, be proud of that, and always remember that that's life. It's part of the game. It is Thursday, and that means two things. One, yesterday was Wednesday, but you probably guessed that. Why is that important? Wednesday is our weekly community run that we have every week, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. straight. And so that was the run that I did yesterday. Quick recap on that one. I did feel the aftermath from the run on Tuesday, so that was pretty bad. I felt my legs pretty heavy, and I wasn't quite able to run as fast as I usually run. You're gonna see the data on the screen. Now, don't get fooled by that. I was dragged along by the group pretty heavy, kind of keeping the pace up, but it was way more exhausting than it is usually. So I don't know, that felt kind of hard. Really felt that run, and that also leads to the fact that the second thing, that today is the tempo run. I'm not gonna do that today. If you've seen last week's episode, you know that 5Ks are somewhat of my nemesis. Oh, fuck me. And I'm not really too crazy about them. You know, I just, fuck it, let's say it as it is. I hate these 5Ks. And so since the last run was already kind of bad and already kind of hurt, my right ass cheek hurts like shit, and I didn't feel as good, and I'm starting to feel, you know, all the runs, all the kilometers that I've been piling up these last weeks, I can kind of feel my body getting exhausted by all that. So today what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go for a 5, 6, maybe 7 kilometer easy just recovery run. Just get out there and get moving.
I doubt it.
I'm walking right now. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go for another run, which is gonna be a special run. Not because it's fast, not because it's super long, but because it's gonna be with my dad. Quick insight on my dad. He's not a great runner at all. He's not very much into running, but he thought that he might, take on the challenge of actually running with me. So we're probably gonna go for a very short run, like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 kilometers, see how far he can go. But that is all for today. Like I said, I'm probably gonna change into my running clothes now and get out there and just get on the road, get some kilometers in and just go for a nice and easy recovery run. Not messing around with the 5Ks today, because I feel like if I go on a 5K today and just sprint the fuck out, I'm gonna pass the fuck out. So I'm not looking forward to that. Instead, I'm gonna go for some recovery. Maybe that helps, maybe it doesn't. We'll never know if we don't even try. So get up and get out there. Oh, and also, like I promised, I uploaded the video of why I ran a marathon and why you should run a marathon too, as of, 30 minutes ago. So go ahead and check that one out if you haven't done that already. Quick thing I wanted to mention right now as I'm watching myself tying my shoes on screen now. These socks, I don't know if you can tell, but they're not my running socks. For those of you who are not familiar with the whole running sphere, there's specific running socks. Now, I didn't want to believe that at first either, but it makes a huge difference whether you're wearing actual compression and running socks or just regular sports socks, whatever, like I'm wearing right here, right now. These are my regular Nike socks that I just wear on a daily basis, not my actual running socks. If you're having trouble with blisters and stuff, I can highly recommend you get some good quality running socks, because they made a huge difference, for me at least, when it came to my running and, long running and dealing with blisters and stuff. So 2 things. One very basic tip I can give you if you're one of those people who doesn't enjoy running because it's such a mundane task and it's just stupid for you. It feels like it's too boring. I get you. That is why some smart man or woman has invented headphones. Now what I do personally is I don't even listen to music, but I much rather listen to podcasts. By the way, I'm sorry if this is so shaky. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm running. I much rather listen to podcasts, have someone talking to me, because I find that to be way more interesting than just music. Because for me, it's not about being hyped or motivated. It's just about getting my mind off things. And 2, I'm able to learn. I do stuff like that. Put on a podcast that's about some topic I want to learn something about. Boom, I'm learning while I'm running. And I'm also taking my head off the fact that I'm doing the same motion over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, that is number 1. Now number 2 is less of a tip and more of a question to you. As you've seen it just now on my watch, that my heart rate, even though I'm running at 6:15 to 6:30 pace, my heart rate is still going up into the 140s, 150s. Right now it's currently at 159 at a 6:30 pace. Now, I know that might be due to the fact that I'm talking while running. That is very draining on the energy, but still, even when I was just focusing on breathing and just keeping a steady pace, I still find my heart rate kind of spiking into the 150s and 60s. I don't know why. I still have to do a lot of research on how to get that down and how to keep your heart rate low. So that is something for me to work on. But since I'm out here running anyways, filming myself, might as well ask you if there's anybody out there who has like tips on recovery zone 2 runs, the very slow runs that are supposed to stay in your 130s. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or maybe I'm just not fit enough. That might also be the case. Hold on, how do I do this? I'm walking right now, which is mainly because I can feel my shin starting to hurt. And that is something that I haven't encountered in a while, is shin splints, because usually I'm not running that much, but also I don't put that much stress. Shut up! Like concentrated. Come on! Oh god damn it! I hate this. Hold on. No. Not putting so much concentrated stress on my legs from, I guess, running the 24 kilometers on Sunday, then running the 13 kilometers on Tuesday, running the 9 kilometers fairly quick yesterday. Now we're going for the next run, and instead of doing me a favor and recovering my legs, I can now feel my shins starting to hurt. And anyone who's ever encountered shin splints and was clueless as to what you're gonna do about them, just went on Google to just Google it to see if there's anything you can do, found out that there's not much you can do about it other than waiting, not running, not putting too much stress on them, maybe massaging them a little bit, get your black roll out and something like that. Maybe gonna dive into that, but for now I guess I'm walking. It is what it is. You know what I always say, that's life. It's part of the game. Not too much you can do about it. Don't stress yourself. Guess it's too late for that. Don't beat yourself up about it and just listen to what your body says. It's talking to you, always, constantly. Especially when you're putting yourself through physical stress, it's always talking to you. Being driven and things like that, being motivated and wanting to go for it is all nice. It's all good. But once your body starts talking to you and is telling you to stop and take a break, you better listen to it. Because at the end of the day, this one body is all you have. If you don't take care of that one, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life. So keep that in mind. So yeah, quick update. My last run on Thursday was the one where I had the problems occurring with the shin splints and stuff. So that was the last time I was running, because today, Sunday, usually would have been my long run days. So today was actually set out to run 26 kilometers, but I didn't run any kilometer today. I simply just took a little walk up and down the lake, but even though that was just some basic walking, I can already feel my shin starting to hurt again, so I'm probably not going to be able to run today. I'm going to start into running very slowly on Tuesday again, see how that turns out. Maybe I'm going to be able to run on Wednesday on our community run. Maybe not. I don't know. What I did get now, or what I did take from my mom with me was, my black roll. So I'm going to just roll my shins out a little bit. Anybody who has ever dealt with these sort of problems knows that this is super painful, but sometimes it helps. If there's anybody out there who can give me any kind of, tips on this as to what to do and how to go about the whole shin splint situation, or just the pain in the shins and whatnot, other than black rolling, massaging, and not moving or not running, not putting any more pressure on them, I'd be very glad to hear that. I did 2 runs, one of which was not that successful, was, harder than I expected it to be. The other one was also harder than I expected it to be. And the third one was just a failure after all.
Nice.
So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting times ahead. I'll just hope that this doesn't throw me off or set me back too far, and that I can just keep on working sometime next week and just get back into running, because I don't want to be off the schedule for too much. But like I've said, with this, there's not much you can do about it other than, resting, just not doing anything for now, and just massaging, black rolling and stuff. So I'm gonna get into that. Stay tuned. That's part of the game.